What do BO, puke, and explosive diarrhea have in common? Not what you think, but they're all a part of this week's news briefs. Death metal is a form of heavy rock music using lyrics preoccupied with death, suffering, and destruction. And when one thinks of death metal concert, does one think of good hygiene? Well, the band Death Clock, a death metal group that originated as a fictional band from the Adult Swim animated TV series Metalocalypse, showed a video to the audience that urged people to be mindful of their personal hygiene at concerts.
I'd like to take the time to talk about proper concert etiquette. Etiquette? What's that? Well, etiquette is a French word that means how to not act like a stupid asshole. So let's get into it. First off, concert hygiene. You know, when you go to a show and you're standing next to a person who smells like BO and old shoes and shit. Oh, you don't know? Then that person might be you. Take a shower at some point in your life and then come to the show.
A 2021 study revealed that listening to metal music increases body odor by 87%. And many fans are glad the issue is finally being addressed. It's crazy that it's gotten to this point, but at least they did it in the best possible way. One person commented on the video. Another one said, every artist needs to do this in every concert. And someone else said, this is brilliant. And at the show is too late. This needs to be playing during Ticketmaster queues, one suggested. Others said videos like this should be played at all places where many people congregate at once, such as conventions, Disneyland, and even their place of work. Where would you like this message to be spread? Well, airports might be a good place to start, but passengers on 2 recent flights wish that a fellow passenger's BO was the only issue they had to deal with. Instead, 2 passengers on an Air Canada flight from Los Angeles to Montreal were told to sit in poorly cleaned seats that had been covered in vomit. Upon entering the plane, the passengers noted a foul smell. Apparently, on the previous flight, someone had vomited in that area. Air Canada attempted a quick cleanup before boarding, but clearly couldn't do a thorough job. They placed coffee grounds in the seat pouch and sprayed perfume to mask the smell. However, the seat and seatbelt were wet, and there was still visible vomit residue in their area. The flight attendant was apologetic, but explained that the flight was full and there was nothing they could do. As the passengers continued to complain, they were told by the pilot that they could leave the plane and make other arrangements on their own dime, or have security escort them from the plane and placed on a no-fly list. Air Canada has since issued an apology to the passengers, stating they clearly did not receive the standard of care to which they were entitled. But, pun intended, if you think that is bad, a Delta Airbus with 336 passengers took off from Atlanta heading to Spain, but had to land after just 2 hours because, well, we'll let the pilot tell us.
Negative. It's just a biohazard issue. We've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta.
Yeah. One passenger stated it was dribbled down the aisle, smelled horrible. Someone else tweeted it was pretty bad. The vanilla scented disinfectant used on it only made it smell like vanilla shit. Upon returning to Atlanta, the passengers had to wait for another plane to continue their flight to Barcelona. Wow. Give me stinky pits any day. And that's this week's News Briefs.